I'm Dave, otherwise known as SplitEnd89, and welcome to another episode of All In. The power of flight. It's something that has intrigued man his entire existence. We can walk the earth and even swim in ocean depths, but man cannot naturally fly. At least I don't think so. Nope, still can't. I think it's the freedom of it. You can go where you want, when you want. And since we aren't just able to take off, we've harnessed the ability. From the Wright brothers to NASA, strides have been made so we can at least ride into the sky and feel the rush of the unfettered joys of flight. Since not everyone has been able to experience this, or even can due to limitations, the next best thing comes in the form of media. There are tons of movies involving superhuman flight, and plenty of stories of flying planes like Iron Eagle or Top Gun. Did you know there's another Top Gun coming out? I'm sure it'll have some kind of scene where Tom Cruise jumps out of a jet in real life from like 10,000 feet onto a beanbag chair, because it won't be as impactful in CGI. Just joking. You know we love it when you do your own stunts, Tommy C. Another way to experience flight without actually flying is, you guessed it, video games. While it's not as packed as it has been in previous years, the world of flight in video games has been ever expanding. It starts as far back as 1975, when Taito released a little arcade combat flight sim named Interceptor. And if you fast forward 45 years to 2020, Microsoft has released one of the most incredibly detailed flight simulators in Microsoft Flight Simulator. This game even uses Bing Maps to accurately simulate the entire Earth. It's ridiculous. Between these two flying games is a litany of others, and that includes several from one of pop culture's finest. Star Wars is obviously one of the most recognizable properties in the entire world, so making video games about it makes a lot of sense. Piloting a starship in Star Wars is almost as important as being able to use the Force, so there have been plenty of Star Wars flight games.
I'll try spinning, that's a good trick.
Just how many, you ask? Well, there are too many for me to go over here, but there's been the likes of Star Wars X-Wing, Rogue Squadron, and Starfighter. I've not always been the biggest fan of flying games, but being able to jump into an X-Wing and fight the Empire is a dream come true for this Star Wars nerd. So most of us know EA has the licensing to make current Star Wars games. While we haven't had many new games appear since that partnership, the incoming Star Wars Squadrons is certainly a fine addition to that collection. While the Star Wars Battlefronts are incredible experiences, flying around in a spaceship isn't the focus of those games. In Star Wars Squadrons, you'll get the chance to jump into those amazing dogfights that we've seen both in the movies and the TV series. If you haven't heard anything about Star Wars Squadrons, let me drop a little knowledge on you. You know how we talked earlier about all those flying games in the Star Wars universe? This is yet another one, but unique in its own way. While many others have the option of flying from the third-person perspective, Squadrons has you focused in on first-person. This adds to what we just talked about, the immersion of flight. That disappears if you feel like you're just directing a fighter around. To add in some Star Wars flavoring, Squadrons will feature a single player to get you adjusted to the new gameplay. And you're going to get the chance to play as both the New Republic and the Imperial side. When you fly for either squadron, you're going to get a chance to see a brand new side of Star Wars. With the New Republic, you'll fight for the legitimacy of a new government, while with the Empire, you'll see plenty of troops who want to stay loyal, but they're struggling while watching everything they've worked for crumble around them. We've seen some of this explored in Battlefront 2, but Star Wars Squadrons looks to embrace these themes even further. That doesn't mean you'll be retiring early, Maverick, as Squadrons has a full slate of multiplayer for you and 9 others to try. Between 6 maps, 2 modes, and a Star Destroyer full of customization options, you'll be able to play Star Wars Squadrons for a long time. Besides this, you can expect a bunch of cool spacecraft, like the T-65B X-Wing or the RZ-1 A-Wing. Or if you're like me and prefer the Empire, good. There's a bunch of TIE-class fighters waiting for you to wind your way across the galaxy in. One of the coolest ideas I've seen thrown into the gameplay is the power management system. If you want to go fast, throw a switch and you'll be zooming. But watch out, because that will take away power from your shields and open you up to extra damage. There's a little more to it than just that, but trust me when I say it doesn't overcomplicate the gameplay and instead gives you a little bit of extra strategy to your aerial combat. We've been talking about the power of flight, and Star Wars Squadrons features something that will really get you into the cockpit. This game is fully playable in VR on PC and PS4. This is definitely where the fun begins.
This is where the fun begins.
I remember playing the Rogue One VR mission available in the first EA Battlefront, and it was incredible. EA and Motive knew just how much we liked it as well, and they used that as a basis not only for VR, but for the whole game. Another quick note, that fancy HOTAS flight stick you bought with Ace Combat, or have been eyeing but couldn't justify purchasing, works with Squadrons. I'm not sure you can get closer to flight than this. You know, besides piloting an actual TIE fighter. Hey guys, can we expense one of those out? Nope. Dang it, I tried. Flight. It's one of those things that just seems magical. Maybe it's because it seems so out of reach. Maybe it's because we crave that seemingly limitless freedom. Maybe it's just because you have some serious bird envy. Whatever it may be, you should pre-order or pick up a copy of Star Wars Squadrons from Red Leader over there behind the counter. Then you can join me and we can all go to infinity and beyond. I mean, boldly go where no one has gone before. Spaceballs?
Everybody got that?
Thanks again for watching. I'm a huge Star Wars nerd and would love to talk to you about it. You can find me on Twitter at SplitEnd89. I hope you enjoy the incoming transmission, and may the Force be with you, always.